It's Microsoft doing a channel. So what do? We buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and make money as it comes down. It's just as easy to make money as it comes down. We'll show you how to do that in the training course as well. If you traded this channel, you would have made 150% profit in a year. Another channel. So what do? We buy here, make money. Buy here, make money. Buy here, make money. Buy here, make money. 70% profit in 5 months if you traded that channel. Another channel, 60% profit in 6 months if you traded that one. Another channel, 140% profit in 7 months if you traded that one. 2,000 would have become almost 5,000 trading that channel. Now, 140% return in 7 months, that's a pretty good return. Sometimes channels do even better than that. Here's a channel from a while back. Each of these bounces was about 50% profit. This one did 180% profit in a month. 2,000 would have become over 5,000 in a month if you traded that one. Now, I hope you're thinking a couple of things. One of them is, well, this channeling stuff looks very easy. It looks very profitable, and I want to do it. I hope you are thinking that because it is. But I also hope you're thinking something else. And that is, well, I bet as soon as I do it, what happens? It goes down and stops channeling. Could that happen? Well, yes, of course it could. So I'm going to give you an excellent way to protect yourself from that happening. If you want to write this down, this is how I do it. I use an indicator called ROC. You'll find it on any of these big free financial websites. So indicator called ROC and a 14-day setting. And what you do is you get the computer to draw the indicator for you. If the indicator makes a lower bottom than the one before, you don't do the trade. I'll say that again. If the indicator makes a lower bottom than the one before, you don't do the trade. And that will protect you in about 80 to 90% of the cases. This then becomes a highly profitable, highly reliable strategy. And in the online training, we're going to show you exactly how to find these channels. Very simple to do. Now, real trades, real money. Do people make these kind of returns using this strategy? Well, yes, of course they do. Another of our course graduates, 6,000 profit with channeling. From an initial stake of $1,000, I generated a return of over 6,000 over 2 months. The technique I used was channeling along with your recommended indicator. So this guy started with $1,000, did channeling, 2 months later, 6,000 profit. If you started with $1,000 today, and in 2 months' time you've made 6,000 profit, would you be fairly happy with that? Yes or no? Yeah, it's a pretty good return. And you can do that kind of thing once you get good at this strategy. Now, in a moment, I'm going to give you what is probably the most important thing you will ever learn in trading and investing. I would say what I'm about to teach you is the number one most important thing you will ever learn in trading and investing. Actually, what I'm about to teach you is so important that if it was the only thing you learned by being here today, it would have been worth you being here. I'm going to teach you that in just a couple of minutes' time. First of all, I thought it'd be a good idea to let you hear from a few of our course graduates. I'm going to play a very short video now, some of our course graduates. Have a listen to this. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll just play maybe the first 15 seconds of the video, and then I'll pause it and I'll summarize for you. Be a bit quicker that way. So have a listen to this. After 15 or so seconds, I'll pause it and summarize. I'm Martin Bristow. I started off with £4,000. I've doubled that, in fact, more than doubled that in 2 years. I've made £8,000 profit.
I'm Nikas Nevins. I've been trading CFD for the last 2 months. I started with an initial capital of 14,000. Within 3 months, I nearly doubled that into 28,000.
Hi there, my name's Arvinder Aulak. Basically, I started off with £250, and using some of Darren's strategies, I've managed to accumulate £1,500 over the last 3 months. And basically, anyone who's interested in trading, I do highly recommend that you do attend his course.
Okay, I'll stop it there and summarize for you. It'll be a bit quicker that way. And by the way, they're real people. They've done those things. The video's on our website if you want to watch the full video. One of the reasons I wanted to show you that video is, first of all, so you can see that we have clients from all over the world, all different backgrounds, all different start amounts of capital, all different jobs, careers. Actually, let's just do a quick summary. So you see, and by the way, quite a few of these figures are in British pounds. As you saw at the start, a pound is worth just a little bit more than a US dollar and a little bit more than a euro, but they're all fairly similar. Pound, euro, dollar, pretty similar. So £4,000, just over $4,000. This guy, a student, made 200% return in 2 years. So he averaged 100% return a year. I taught him a very simple strategy and he just copied it. Great result there, 100% return a year. This guy, an accountant, 14,000 to 28,000 in 3 months. I taught this guy a strategy of how to grow an account very fast. 100% return in 3 months. He just copied the steps, applied it, got a great result. This guy, another student, started with £250, so that's just over $250 or 250 euros, made 1,500 in 3 months. I taught this guy how to grow a very small account fast, and he copied it, got some great results there. This guy, dentist, 2,000 to 10,000 in 3 months. This lady, housewife, part-time vet, complete beginner, never traded before, 30% return on her trades. This guy, 88 successful trades out of 94. I taught him a very reliable, very consistent strategy, and he copied the steps, practiced, great result there. 88 winners out of 94. This guy, 30% return on his trades. This lady, 2,000 profit in a day. And she says things got even better going forwards. This guy, 11,000 to 36,000 in a year. And he said to me, before the course started, he said, my English isn't that good. Am I going to be okay? Am I going to understand? And I said, yeah, absolutely. We explained this in a really clear, simple way. And great result he got there. This guy started with 5,000, made 12,000 profit in his first year. This guy, a designer, 3,000 to 47,000 in 9 weeks. I taught him again just a very simple strategy. He copied it, applied it, got a great result there. This guy started with 5,000. He said he made enough money using the strategies to pay off 30,000 of debt. Plus, he made enough money to go on 3 very good holidays per year, 3 very good vacations, and to pay off his mortgage, his rent each month. Sorry, his mortgage or his house payments each month. Now, one of the reasons I want to show you that video is because nearly everybody you saw there was a complete beginner before they did the course, knew nothing about investing. And this is the great thing. Investing is a bit like if you want to make a cake. If you want to make a cake and you have the recipe, if you follow the steps, you can make the cake. With investing, even if you know nothing about investing, if you're given a proven strategy that works and you follow the steps, you can get some great results, even if you know nothing about investing, if you're given the right strategy. Yeah. At the start of my talk, I mentioned how I run children's wealth days, investment training courses for children. I teach them completely free of charge. And what I do is at the end of the course, I get the kids to do a live trading competition. $10,000 demo accounts, but real prices, real markets. The last children's live trading day that I taught, the winner of that competition in 2 hours made over $1,000 profit. Second place, $800 profit. Third place, $700 profit. That was 10 and 11-year-old children. How was I able to get those kids so good so fast? I'll tell you what I did. I gave them a strategy and I said, this strategy works. I said, copy the steps. That's all they did. They just copied the steps. Anybody can do this if you're given the right strategies. And in the online training, you're going to get all the same strategies that we gave these people. Anyone can do this if you learn the right things. Now, let's do this next technique. As I said, this is probably the most important thing you will ever learn in trading and investing. And that's this. You've got to let your profits run and cut your losses short. What do most investors do? Most investors do the exact opposite. I'm going to show you how to do this the right way around. In this example, the price came up, came down, bounced once, bounced twice at about the same level. If the price bounces at about the same level twice, We call it a double bottom chart pattern. It's very simple, very basic chart pattern, and it means the price is now more likely to go up than go down. So just here is actually a good place to buy. This is actually a very sensible place to buy. And what we do is once we buy, we're going to place a sell stop below this price bottom. Now, for beginners, what is a sell stop? It's an automatic order to get you out of the trade if the price drops down to that level. So if the price drops down to this sell stop, it's going to be sold automatically. Now, as the price goes up, when we get another price bottom, we're going to cancel this sell stop. We're going to move it up to here. Price goes up, we get another price bottom. We cancel this sell stop. We move it up to here. Price goes up, we get another price bottom. We cancel this sell stop. We move it up to here. What's the biggest loss we could make on this trade? Type your answer in the chat window. What's the biggest loss? Let's have a look. So somebody's saying limited loss, minimum loss, limited loss, limited loss, limited loss. Yeah, because the biggest loss we can make is we buy it here, it drops to our sell stop, it's sold automatically, we have a limited loss. Yeah? What's the biggest profit we can make on this trade? Type your answer in the chat window. Biggest profit. Okay, I'm seeing unlimited profit, massive profit, infinite profit, unlimited profit. We can make unlimited profit. Limited loss, unlimited profit. That's how you've got to be trading. Most investors have absolutely no idea about this. If you're a beginner, you'd have a massive advantage over most people. If you're already investing, you've got to be using this. It's so powerful. If you want to do day trading, you've got to be using something like this. If you want to do long-term trading, you've got to be using something like this. If you want to do medium-term trading, you've got to be using something like this. If you want to invest in stocks and shares, Forex, commodities, cryptocurrencies, you've got to be using something like this. It's so powerful. I would say if this was the only thing you learned from being here today, it would have been worth you being here. Now, we're going to talk about the trading psychology and the wealth psychology. Occasionally, when I talk about wealth psychology, someone will say to me, I don't care about the wealth psychology. Just give me the strategies. They're usually the people that don't do very well. You've got to get the right wealth mindset. So I'm going to give you a couple of the most important bits on this. First one, trading emotions. You've got to overcome, the two main trading emotions are fear and greed. And you've got to be able to overcome these. I'll give you a couple of good ways to do this. The first one, make your investment decisions when the markets are closed, in the evenings or the weekends, because that way you'll make far more sensible, far more profitable decisions. Because what tends to happen is when the markets are open and the prices are moving up and down, it can be very emotional. If you make your investment decisions when the markets are closed, you'll make far more sensible, far more profitable decisions. The other way, or another way to overcome fear and greed, is always to use sell stops, like we just talked about. Place a sell stop under the initial price bottom, and as the price moves up, move the stop up. You have to lock in more and more profit. Now, this next point, I would say is a really good wealth belief to have, and that is, the more you give, the more you get. A lot of religions talk about this. I just think this is a really good attitude to have in life. It's a great feeling to make a lot of money fast. But I would say it's an even better feeling to then use some of that money to help people less fortunate than yourself. And over the years, I've been involved in all kinds of charity projects. I really think one of the most fulfilling things in life is to be in a position where you can help people less fortunate than yourself. And I'm sure quite a few of you have already had that experience. So something that I did once I started to become very good at trading and investing, I thought, how can I use these skills to help other people as well as myself? And one of the things that I do now is I run what I call charity live trading days. And what happens is we all get together, I trade my money for real in front of everybody. Everyone can see exactly what I'm doing. They can copy my trades. We spend the whole day trading together. We make a whole load of money, and then we give 100% of the money from the event to charity. And we choose a different charity each time. The last charity live trading day that I ran, we were raising money for SOS Children's Villages, which is a fantastic children's charity. They do work all around the world, and they really help kids that need the most help. And I felt very excited to be in a position where I could help out. What we did is we all got together. I traded my money for real in front of everybody. They could copy my trades. They could see exactly what I was doing. We made a whole load of money together. We then gave 100% of the money to the charity. This is the great thing. Once you get good at this, you can make yourself a lot of money, but you can also help a lot of other people. So if you've got a cause that you really believe in, maybe a charity you want to support, fantastic. Learn investing. So you've got another stream of money coming in. Yeah, maybe you want to support financially a family member or a relative. Fantastic. Learn investing. So you've got this second stream of income coming in. You've got more than enough money to help all the people you care about. I just think this is a really great way to do that. Now, this next point, there's been quite a few research projects done that have found this is one of the biggest influences of how wealthy and successful you become. And that is who you surround yourself with. You've got to surround yourself with positive people who are going to encourage you to do things. I mean, a good example in my life that totally changed my life, about 20 years ago, I attended a training course taught by a guy called Tony Robbins. Actually, out of interest, type yes if you've heard of Tony Robbins. Let's have a look. Wow, okay, yes, loads of yes. Wow, it looks like 100 yeses whizzing by there. Good. Actually, for those of you who don't know who Tony is, anybody give me a 1 or 2 word description of Tony? Type in the chat window, 1 or 2 word description of Tony. Let's have a look. So I'm seeing energy, inspirational, giant, motivational, life coach. Okay, going too fast for me to read out. No, I can't. I'm seeing energy, giant, big, someone said. I think Tony describes himself as the world's #1 life coach. His clients are people like presidents of countries and top athletes. And I think it's good stuff that he teaches. I attended his training course about 20 years ago with someone who used to be a friend back then. And what happened is, partway through the training course, Tony told us about the other training courses that he runs. And one of the courses he told us about was Life Mastery. It was 10 days in Hawaii where he was going to teach us about health, wealth, relationships, all kinds of great topics. The ticket for the course was $10,000. And Tony said it was the last one he was ever going to do in that format in Hawaii. And it sounded incredible. And I said to my friend, I said, in the break, I'm going to go and book a place on that course. And my friend said, well, you should probably think about it a bit more. And he said, you can't really afford to do it anyway. And he said in his talk on it was a bit salesy. And it's probably not the last thing to get to do anyway. And what if it's not as good as he says it is? And he started giving me all his excuses as to why he wasn't going to do it. And I said to him, I said, look, I'm not interested in your excuses. And I said, I don't care if his talk was a bit salesy. What I care about is if it's good content. And if this guy believes in his course, if he's passionate about it, he should be trying to persuade me to do it. I said, in the break, I'm going to go and book a place, $10,000 Life Mastery. And in the break, I went and booked a place. $10,000 Life Mastery. At the time, I was $40,000 in debt. I paid for it on a couple of credit cards. And I thought, well, unless I take some kind of decisive action, my life is probably not going to change. If I just keep doing the same things, I'm going to keep getting the same results. And I thought, once I've paid for this, I'll find a way. Somehow I'm going to make this work. And I went on that training course, and it was an incredible training course. I believe a big part of why I went from $50,000 in debt to making over $1 million within 3 years was because of what Tony taught us on that course. Because he taught us how to model people, how to learn their strategies. And I went off around the world. I found the world's top traders, top investors, and I did what Tony said. I modeled them. I learned how they did things. I then came back, I applied what I'd learned, and my life started to improve rapidly. My friend saw what was happening, and he said, wow. He said, that must have been an incredible course. I said, yeah, it was. He said, I'm going to book a place. And he called their office, and he said, I want to do that life mastery with Tony in Hawaii. They said, Tony is never going to do that same format course again in Hawaii, and he never did. I am just so glad I didn't let my friend hold me back. Now, I know sometimes it can be tough because sometimes it's your partner that's holding you back. But if something feels right, you've got to go for it. That's how your life moves ahead. Back then, my friend had a normal job doing something he doesn't really like. Guess what he's doing now? Similar job he doesn't really like. And what I found in life, I'm sure you found the same thing. It just comes down to one or two decisions that can massively improve your life. And for me, going on that training course hugely improved my life. That's the great thing about life. One decision can massively improve everything. That's all it takes. Now, the last point of my talk, and this is an important point, you've got to use the power of compound returns. Type yes if you've heard of a compound return. Okay, loads of yeses whizzing past there. There's like hundreds of yeses. Good. For those of you who don't know what it is, what does it mean? It means making money using the money you've already made, reinvesting the profits. What a lot of traders and investors do is they try and make big money fast, which is fine, but the real secret to building huge wealth is getting consistency. Because once you can get consistent monthly profits, your wealth grows. Well, you can start with a very small amount of capital and you can grow huge wealth relatively quickly. That is the sensible way to build your wealth. Because once you start to get this consistency, this is how your money grows. It starts growing gradually at first, it then accelerates massively. Now, I'm going to show you one last video of my talk. Very short video, it's about 30 seconds. It's one of our course graduates after we showed him how to get consistency. Because I want you to see how your money can grow once you get this consistency. Now, and just to be totally open with you, this guy didn't just do our training course taught by one of my course instructors. He was actually trained by me personally. So just to be totally open with you. And as you already know, to be trained by me personally, one of the only few ways to do this now is through this one-to-one mentoring. So I know for quite a few of you, maybe that's not an option, but I still want you to see this video so you can see how your money grows once you get this consistency. Have a look at this.
What was your starting capital?
My starting capital was £5,000.
Okay, and then using what you learned on the course, strategies and techniques, how much did you make profit from trading?
I think over the period of time, over the whole period of time, probably about £100,000.
So about £500,000.
I was thinking, actually, that's kind of an underestimate.
Okay.
If you, as far as a financial benefit, because if I looked at also some way that I managed a pension, I managed to avoid the French completely.
Wow, so just using the techniques and strategies, you avoided the crash, saved your pension, and on top of that, made £500,000, roughly.
Yeah, measurable.
Wow, nice. Yeah. And you had this goal to buy a house in France, south of France.
It's 30 minutes north of Toulouse.
Okay, and you made enough money using the strategies to buy that house in France?
All in cash.
All in cash. Wow. So,
Certainly for anybody who's attending the course, I'd suggest it was the best one to do.
Wow. So just to summarize, this guy said he started with £5,000, so just over $5,000 or €5,000, and he made, using the strategies that I taught him, he made $500,000 profit. And he then says, well, actually, that's an underestimate. He said, because he also managed to save his pension during the crash. And he said, using the strategies I taught him, he made enough money to buy a house in the south of France for cash. Now, I taught this guy a couple of very simple but very profitable strategies, and I showed him how to get consistency. Because once you can get consistent monthly returns, you can start with even a small amount of capital and you can grow huge wealth relatively quickly. That is the sensible way to build your wealth. And in the online training, you're going to learn exactly what we taught him about getting consistency. Now, whilst we're talking about consistency, you saw this guy on one of the videos. 88 winners out of 94. I completed the training course over a year ago. I've been successful in 88 out of 94 trades. I taught this guy a very, very, very reliable strategy, which I learned from one of the world's trading champions. Very simple strategy. Anyone could use it, even a complete beginner. Very, very consistent strategy. In the online training program, you're going to learn that exact same strategy. Another of our course graduates, $30,000 profit in 4 months. Another of our course graduates, 500 profit per week. After the training, on average, I make 400 to 500 profit per week. Best thing of all, I'm only using $2,000 capital. Another of our course graduates, $2,000 to $11,000. Another of our course graduates, $48,000 profit in 1 month. Darren's training course has truly changed my financial destiny and that of my family. This month, I made $48,000 profit from trading. Now, if you could make an extra $48,000 a month, would that make your life a bit easier? Yes or no? For sure, yeah. Another of our course graduates, 24,000 profit in 1 week. Another of our course graduates, 5,000 to 144,000 in 14 weeks. I was a complete beginner. After doing Darren's training course, I've turned 5,000 into 144,000 in 14 weeks. I'm very happy I decided to book on the course and highly recommend it. We have literally thousands of success stories and testimonies from people who've done the course. We actually have over 8,000 success stories and testimonies from people who've done the training course. How have we managed to get so many success stories? Because the strategies we teach work. How have we managed to be the #1 investment training company in Europe for over 20 years with clients now all over the world? Because the strategies we teach work. Now, actually, let me show you this. I mentioned earlier, fairly recently, I went on holiday to the Caribbean. I was there for 3 months on holiday in Antigua, and I was doing about 1 hour investing per week. Whilst I was there, one of the trades that I did, I invested $30,000 US. 1 week later, it had gone up to $1.9 million US. I'll say that again. Whilst I was there, one of the trades that I did, I invested $30,000. Within 1 week, it had gone up to $1.9 million. Actually, let me just see. I took a screenshot of it. Let me just see if I can find this on my phone. Show you this. Yeah, there we go. So have a look at that. I don't know if you can see that. It was over $1.9 million it went up to. In the online training, you're going to learn that strategy as well. Very powerful strategy. Now, I'm going to do something very, very special for everyone on this webinar. And also, in a couple of minutes' time, at the end of my talk, I'm going to share with you one of the most important bits of advice I've ever been given about becoming truly wealthy. I'm going to give you that in a couple of minutes' time at the end of my talk. First of all, I'm going to do something very, very special for everyone on this webinar. I am going to give you an incredible offer. And this offer is absolutely amazing. You will definitely want to hear this offer. So let's have a look at this. Our online Forex and stock market masterclass training course is 100% online, so it's perfect for learning from home. It's over 16 hours of online live training where you learn my very best strategies, the very best techniques that I learned from the world trading champions. It's my life work. I've spent over 20 years finding the very best strategies, finding the very best techniques. I worked out I spent over $100,000 of my money learning this stuff. In this online training program, you get everything. All the best strategies, all the best techniques. Really is an incredible training program. And we teach this in a very clear, simple way so that even complete beginners can understand. And you'll be learning the same things which we taught other people how to invest successfully. I'm actually very proud of that training course. I truly believe it's the best online investment training course in the world. And as well as the online training program, after each lesson, you get an online live questions and answer session, so you can get your individual questions answered live direct to you. Very effective way to learn. Also, you get an online home study course, which is videos taught by me personally. It's an incredible training program. The normal investment for that is $4,997 US dollars. So that's 5,000 US dollars. I would say it's worth many, many times that. But I am going to give you an incredible offer. And as I said, you will definitely want to hear this offer. First of all, let me just explain what you're going to learn on the course. You are going to learn step by step exactly how to do all of this, so that even if you're a complete beginner, by the end of the training course, you'll know how to do this. You're going to learn my best Forex strategies, my best stock market strategies, step by step exactly how to do this. And you're going to learn my best cryptocurrency strategies for trading things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin. And if you're not too familiar with cryptocurrencies, we're going to explain exactly how to do this. And you're going to learn my best commodity strategies for trading things like gold, silver, oil, whatever you want to invest in. You're going to learn my very best strategies exactly, step by step, how to do this. And you're going to learn a strategy that I use to double my money in less than a week. Now, if you could double your money in less than a week, would that make your life a bit easier? For sure, yeah. And you're going to learn how to do all of this on autopilot. So it'll take literally 1 hour a week to do these strategies. And that can be in the evening or the weekend. You've got a full-time job or a business. Very easy to run this alongside. And you're going to learn my most powerful day trading strategies, medium and long-term strategies, exactly how to do them. And you're going to see practical examples. You're going to do practical exercises. Very effective way to learn. Now, as I said, the normal investment for that is $4,997, so $5,000. I would say it's worth many, many times that. But I am going to give you an incredible offer. What I'm going to say is, instead of $5,000, I'm going to let you have the full, complete online training program, over 16 hours of online live training where you learn my very best strategies, very best techniques I learned from the world trading champions. You're going to get, after each lesson, an online live questions and answer session where you get your individual questions answered live direct to you. Plus, you're going to get an online home study course, which is videos taught by me personally. Instead of $5,000, I'm going to let you have everything for just $497 US dollars. That is absolutely incredible for what you're going to be learning. I can see there, Erica in the chat box has said, I want to buy it right now. Good. I'm also going to make it even better for you. And David there saying, how do we buy? I'm going to make it even better. I have a couple of extra things that I'm going to give you that you will definitely want to hear about. But first of all, I would say at $5,000, it is great value. What you learn on the training course, you could use to make many, many times that. At $497, that is absolutely incredible value for what you're going to be learning on the course. I've had people in the first couple of hours make more than $497 in the first couple of hours. Absolutely incredible offer. And I'm going to make this even better for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a VIP upgrade. And what this means is, we talked about my trading watch list earlier. This is where each week for 12 weeks, I give you the list of exactly what I'm looking to trade for UK stocks and shares, American stocks and shares, Forex trades, right up to date, exactly what I'm looking to trade, up trades and down trades. I said to you, I currently have 43 people who've paid me $5,000 each to get hold of my watch list. Why do those people think it's worth paying me $5,000 to get my watch list? Because quite a few of them just copy my trades and make a lot more than that. Like this guy, $8,000 profit using Darren's watch list. My watch lists are well worth the $5,000. What I'm going to say is, if you decide you want to go ahead with this offer right now, I'm going to include my watch list for free. Now that is an incredible resource for you. I would say just the watch list by themselves are worth many, many times the $497, but I'm going to include that for free. And I can see there, Daniel says, wow. Exactly. And I can see Tanisha saying, how do I book? Natasha saying, I want to book. I'm almost there. I have a couple of extra things that I'm going to give you. I said that before the end of this talk, I would give one of you the chance to attend our Investment Success 3-day live event for free, for you and a guest. Normally 2 tickets for that event are $5,000. Many, many people have already bought 2 tickets from us for $5,000. They were very glad they did. It's well worth it. I said I'd give one of you the chance to get that for free before the end of this talk. I am going to give everyone the chance to get this for free. What I'm going to say is, if you decide you want to go ahead with this offer right now, I'm going to include 2 tickets to that 3-day event for free as well. That is going to be an incredible experience for you. And I can see more and more people in the chat right now. Wayne says, I want to book. Hassan saying, I want to book. Good. I have something else I'm going to give you first. I run monthly webinars. They're about 30 minutes in length. And what I do is at the end of the webinar, I sit a little 10-minute exercise, very simple, anyone could do, even a complete beginner, but it's a great way to check you're constantly improving. And 24 months worth of the webinars, that's 2 years of the webinars, value $2,000. If you decide you want to go ahead with this offer right now, I'm going to include that for free as well. That is going to be another incredible resource for you. Now, the next part of the offer, there is a price involved. So I'll explain what this is. You can have a think about it, and then right at the end, you can decide if you want to include it. Because this next part of the offer, there is a price involved. And that is one-to-one mentoring with me. I currently charge $30,000 for a single one-to-one mentoring session. If you want it included, it's going to be yours for only $3,000. And I'd say have a serious think about that. Decide at the end if you want that included. But what I would say is at $30,000, it is great value. Some of the people that I've trained personally have gone on to make many, many times that. At $3,000, it is incredible value. What I can help you master in a one-to-one mentoring session will be literally some of the best investment techniques in the world. It will be a life-changing session. $3,000 if you want that included. Have a think about that. You can decide right at the end if you want that included. It will be absolutely incredible. Actually, thinking about it, I'm going to include that for free as well. Now, that is huge. Really, that is huge. Now, let me just be clear, because I want to make sure you get the absolute most from this one-to-one mentoring session with me. So there's no point you having it immediately. The way this will work is you'll do the online training program. You'll have the online live questions and answer sessions. We're going to make sure you know exactly what you're doing, exactly what strategies to use. Over the next maybe 6 to 8 weeks, you'll do perhaps 3 or 4 trades a week. You're going to send me in your first 25 trades. I'm going to look through them. Then we do our one-to-one mentoring session together. Because that way I can give you great feedback on your trades. I can make sure you get the absolute most from this session with me. It is going to be an incredible session. Some of the people I've trained personally have gone on to make literally millions of dollars. It's going to be an incredible session. I currently charge $30,000 for a one-to-one mentoring session. If you decide you want to go ahead with this offer right now, I'm going to include that for free. Now, let me just be clear, because this is my time involved. There are so many people on this webinar. There is no way that I can do this for everybody on the webinar. There are just so many of you on this webinar right now. So what I'm going to say is, for the first 100 people only, I'm going to include this one-to-one mentoring session with me for free as well. But it's going to be for the first 100 people only. And the link to book your place is on the screen there in that yellow box. And I think we're also going to put that link into the chat window as well. The first 100 people only, you're going to get everything I talked about there, plus the one-to-one session with me. I do have a couple of extra things that I'm going to give you. But if you want to try and be in the first 100 people, you're going to need to be pretty quick. So I suggest you go to that link now, book your place. Yeah. And if your booking goes through, that means you're in the first 100. You've got your place. And once you've booked your place in the chat window, just say to me, I'm in, and I'll welcome you into the group. So go ahead, book your place right now. If you want to try and be in the first 100, I have a couple of extra things that I'm going to give you. At your one-to-one mentoring session, I am going to give you my personal email address, and I am personally going to provide your ongoing support. You can ask me any question, anytime. Forever. And I really do mean that. That's ongoing lifetime support from me personally. Now I put there value $5,000. Lifetime support from me personally is worth a lot more than $5,000. But I thought I've got to put some kind of price to it. If you decide you want to go ahead with this offer right now, I'm going to include that for free as well. All of that would be $51,997 for you right now, $497 only. That is absolutely incredible for what you're going to be learning. And I can see people already saying they got their place. So Roy, congratulations. I can see you're in. David, Mohammed, Bula, if I pronounce that correctly, congratulations. Richard, Frank, Simon, Wendy, Suad, Colin, Sylvia, Muriel, Amma, Lorraine, Marva, Wayne. Oh, I was going fast if I can read now. Hassan, you got your place. Kingsley, you got your place. Jonathan, Nigel, congratulations. Barry, Carlos, Tiana, congratulations. Andrea, Caden, congratulations. Doris, congratulations. Sigita, congratulations. Wow, you guys are quick. If you want to be in the first 100, you are gonna need to be quick. They're going very fast. So go to that booking link. It's in the yellow box on the screen there, and I think we put it in the chat window as well. Let me know once you've got your place. And more and more names going by. Luke, congratulations. Julio, congratulations. Glenn, Anthony, congratulations. Christopher, congratulations. If I missed your name, congratulations. They just whizzed past me so quickly there as I was reading them out. Now, there is something else I'm going to do for you. And I thought this would be a nice thing to do. I'm going to give you a way so you can almost immediately get 100% of your cash back. And that is, once you've booked your place, if you just refer 2 people onto the training course and they book their place, I'll give you 100% of your course fee back. So, and you can actually give them the price I gave you just there, $497. But that is just for the online training, not all this extra stuff that I'm giving you. That's just for you. But book your place, refer 2 other people onto the course. When they book and pay for their place, I'll give you 100% of your course fee back. Now, there is something else I'm going to do for you, and this is an important thing. And I can see more and more people saying they got their place. So Monique, congratulations. Nadia, congratulations. Rosalind, congratulations. Robert, Chen, congratulations. And again, if I missed your name as I was talking there, congratulations on getting a place. If you haven't got it yet, go to the form now, start filling that in. Yeah, these places are going to be gone very quickly. Something else I'm going to do for you is I'm going to give you a 100% money back guarantee. As long as you're present for each of the webinars, do a little 10-minute exercise, which is our way to check you're on track, I guarantee if you don't make at least 10 times the training course fee in the first 24 months, I'll give you 100% of your course fee back. I know this stuff works. I don't mind doing that. We got over 8,000 success stories and testimonials. I know this works. I don't mind doing that. If you don't make at least 10 times the training course fee. In the first 24 months, I'll give you 100% of your course fee back, and I'll even let you keep the course materials. I know this works, so I don't mind doing that. Now, I can see more and more people saying they've booked their place. Let me just check on the booking screen here how many places are left. 1 second. Let me just have a quick look here. And it looks like, so that's 83 places have gone. There are 17 places left. 17 places left. They'll be gone in the next couple of minutes. Book your place now if you want to be in those first 100. Now, something else which I'm going to do for you. Once you've made your first $100,000 profit, and you're going to be learning strategies that could easily get you there, I'm going to invite you to a celebration dinner at my house. And after dinner, I'm going to work with you on your plan to hit your first $1 million profit. That is going to be an incredible session. Some of the people I've worked with personally have gone on to make literally millions of dollars profit. It's going to be an incredible session. I'm going to include that as well. Now, there is one last thing that I'm going to do for you. And Erica, I can see you've got your place as well, so congratulations. And Marlon, Lisa, Lamona, congratulations. Daniel, congratulations. And Wendy, congratulations. So it looks like there's 11 places left. They'll be gone in the next minute or two. If you haven't got your place yet, book it now. Last 11 places. Now, one last thing that I'm going to do for you. And I was thinking, shall I do this? I am going to do this. The 24 trade analysis videos on the 24 karat gold plated memory stick. Two small groups of traders and investors paid me $100,000 each to get hold of this. I have mine here. The 24 karat gold plated memory stick. The real value is what's on here, which is the strategies, the techniques to get consistent big money from the markets. Now, I'm going to keep this one very safe, but what I'm going to say is, if you book your place right now, for the first 100 people, and we've got 11 places left, I am going to include this for free as well. Now, that is huge. Really, that is huge. And what we'll do is when you attend a live event, you can pick up the physical USB, and I'm going to put those videos online as part of your training. I'm going to include that for free. Now, and I can see June says she's got a place. Congratulations. And also Marilyn, congratulations. And Casilda, congratulations. And Carl, congratulations. I'm making that 7 places left. If you haven't got your place yet, go to the booking link in the yellow box there. I think we put it in the chat window. Book your place. And I can see Larry. Oh, Larry is saying he's having trouble making his booking go through. If you're having any issues with the website, maybe try a different browser. Yeah, try Firefox or try Chrome or try Safari. We've got lots of people all trying to book at the same time. So maybe if you just refresh the page, it'll work. But you can always try a different browser. That will usually work. And if for any reason your payment hasn't gone through, what you can do is just maybe try a debit card. Sometimes if a credit card doesn't work, a debit card will work. So try a debit card or try a different credit card, and that will usually work. So what I would say is, what I would say is, someone's just saying, I still can't get the booking to go through. If you still can't get your booking to go through, send us an email. And you can send it to this address in the green box there. In that email, include your phone number, the country code, and your name. And then one of the team, they'll give you a call and they'll help you with the booking. Yeah. So if for any reason your booking isn't going through, send us your phone number with the country code and your name, and one of the team, they'll give you a call and they'll help you with that. But you need to do that now whilst there's still places left. So if you want to try and get one of these last places and your booking hasn't gone through, send us an email right now, and one of the team will help you out, because then we'll know that there were places left when you send us the email, and we'll make sure you get a place there. Now, just to summarize for everybody, I would say in life, you've got to do something to get your money working for you. Otherwise, you spend your whole life working for money instead of money working for you. And the best way to do this is through investing. And once you get good at this, it takes very little time, 1 hour a week, evenings, weekends. You've got a full-time job or business, very easy to run alongside. Plus, you can do this on your phone. You can trade from home or from anywhere in the world. And the great thing is, once you're good at this, you can share it with all the people you care about, your family, your loved ones. And learning investing, once you're good at this, it doesn't rely on anybody else. It doesn't rely on what's happening in the world. That can give you real great peace of mind. If you know you have a way to make money that doesn't matter what's going on in the world, you have a way to make money for yourself and your loved ones, that is a great feeling to have. And the thing is, if there's a recession, if the stock markets are crashing, it's actually even easier to make money investing. When times get tough, it's even easier to make money investing if you know the right strategies. And for most people, they don't know anything that can actually make their situation even better when times get tough. I know recently, quite a few people have been saying, well, we realize we can't rely on our job. We can't rely on our boss because quite a few companies have been downsizing. You can't rely on a property or a real estate portfolio because recently it's becoming a lot harder to make money in real estate, in property investing. You can't rely on a business. A lot of businesses are hitting harder times now. One thing you can rely on is investing. Once you're good at this, it's even easier to make money when times get tough. And what I've seen is, when times get tough, there's really two types of people. The first type of person, when things get tough, they do nothing about it. And they struggle through, and they come out the other side even worse off financially. The other type of person, when times get tough, they learn new skills. They upgrade their life. And they come out the other side even stronger financially. I would say, now you have a chance to do that. Upgrade your skills, upgrade your life. Come out of this even stronger financially. Now is the time to do this. And I really do believe in fate. I think you are here for a reason right now. You're listening to my voice, you're looking at the screen, you're hearing what I'm saying, you're here right now, in the right place, at the right time. Book a place on the course. You're meant to do this. Take the next step, yeah? And I know sometimes it can be scary when thinking about doing something new. There can be a bit of fear there. I've been in that situation, but you've got to push through that fear to take your life to the next level. So if you're thinking about doing this and you're kind of hesitating or you're a little bit scared, go ahead, book your place, yeah? You've got to take action to take your life to the next level. And I believe in moments in life. There's certain moments in life where you have a decision to make, and that decision can massively improve your life if you make the right decision. I believe this is one of those moments in life. You have a decision to make. You could do nothing about this. Then maybe in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months' time, you're in the same financial situation, or maybe an even worse financial situation. Or you could decide to go ahead with this right now. And you're looking back on this moment, and in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months' time, you're thinking to yourself, wow, I am so glad I went ahead with that because I now have this extra income coming in. My wealth is growing. I was actually a little bit scared to do this. I was kind of hesitating, but I went ahead and I booked my place. And I'm so glad I did that because now I have more money. I have more time. I can really do the things I love in life. I really believe this is a moment like this in your life right now. Make the right decision. Book your place. Now, I can see there, Yandisa, congratulations, you've got your place. And if I missed your name while I was talking there, congratulations. It looks like Larry and Craig, you've also got your place. And let me just quickly check on the bookings here. Okay, that's it. All 100 places have gone. Congratulations if you've got one of those places. you are in. Congratulations. It's going to be even better than I said it was. And I can see that Mark is saying, I'm still trying to book and it's not going through. And Rick is also saying, I'm having trouble booking. Okay. I think what I'll do is, because it looks like there's still a few people trying to book, and for whatever reason, it's not going through. And it's not really their fault. So I think, just to be fair on everybody, I'm going to introduce 10 more places. Now, when those 10 places are gone, they're gone. I'm not going to introduce any more places. But just to be fair on everybody, because I can see there's still quite a few people trying to book, I will say 10 more places, you will get everything I talked about, including this one-to-one with me. But this is my time involved, so I can't do more than that. 10 places, when they're gone, they're gone. And if you are having any difficulty with your booking going through, send us an email now to this email address in the green box, or I think we posted in the chat window as well. Send us an email with your phone number, including the country code and your name. And one of the team, they'll give you a call. But you need to send that email now, so we know there were still places left when you sent the email. Yeah, and we'll make sure you get everything I talked about there. Now, I'll share with you something that a client said to me. He said, I don't love investing, but I love the lifestyle it's given me, because it's given me the time and the money to do the things I really want to do. And I thought, that's so interesting. You don't have to love investing. You don't have to even like investing. Love the lifestyle it can give you, because it can give you the time and the money to do the things you really love. And you saw on one of the slides, I love skiing, I love snowboarding. Once I got good at investing, it gave me the time and the money to do more of what I love. I now travel the world with my best friends. I've been to lots of exotic places, skiing, snowboarding. We went to Japan, we went to Alaska, we went to Chile. Maybe you've got a hobby you want to do more of. Fantastic. Learn investing. So you've got more time and more money to do more of the thing you love. Maybe you want to start a business. Fantastic. Learn investing. So you've got more time and more money to do what you want to do. Maybe you want to start a charity. Fantastic. Learn investing. So you've got the time and the money to do that. Yeah. Now, I mean, if you think about this, $497, if you spread that over a year, how much is that per day? I don't know. It's not much. It's going to be less than $2 a day. What do you get for less than $2 a day? Well, in London, you get maybe half a sandwich, if you're lucky. Yeah, what would you prefer? Half a sandwich a day for a year, or to learn a skill that could transform your life, that could get you an income and grow your wealth for the rest of your life? Because the great thing is, the same strategies that I use today work just as well 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. They'll work just as well in 2 years' time, 5 years' time, 10 years' time. You learn this skill once, you have a way to grow your income, to increase your wealth forever. You invest in yourself once, you have this skill for your life. I would say it's a very, very small investment for the huge potential in wealth and income you could get for the rest of your life. And I mean, I'm just seeing there more people saying they got their place. So Yvette, congratulations. Scott, congratulations. Trika, congratulations. Joanna, congratulations. And Sandra, congratulations. And Stanley, congratulations. So I make that 4 places left. And as I said, if I missed your name, congratulations. But I think it's the last 4 places. They'll be gone in the next minute, I'm sure. So if you haven't got a place, it's now or never. Book your place now. Yeah, it's going to be gone in 60 seconds. 4 places left. And I know this is my training course, and I'm passionate about it because I've seen how this can transform people's lives. Once they master investing, once you master this, you can have the time and the money to do the things you really love in life. And I love to see that happen. And I mean, if you book a place, it's not going to make much difference to my life, but it can make a huge difference to your life. Do whatever it takes, yeah? Book a place now. It's going to be one of the best decisions you ever made. It really is. And for those people who've booked a place, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a welcome webinar, And in that webinar, I'm going to talk through all the great stuff you got included, and I'm going to teach you a couple of extra things, which we didn't cover today. So it's like a bonus session for you. What I'll do is I will email that to you. So check your email, that you get an email from Wealth Training Company. Now, I'll actually send out that email probably tomorrow now, but tomorrow, just check you get an email from Wealth Training Company. Check your junk folder, just in case it goes in there. And in that email will be the details of everything you booked today, plus a link for a welcome webinar. And if you can't make the welcome webinar live, that's okay. I'll send you the recording so you can watch that at any time. And oh, by the way, I can just see in the chat window somebody's saying, "Thank you, Darren. I love the training today. Really appreciate that." Oh, someone's saying, "I love the channeling strategy." Someone else is saying, "I love the sell stock strategy." Someone's saying they love the sector stuff. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I tried to make sure I gave you as much great content as I could in today's session. And what we'll do is, I think we're going to leave this slide probably on screen for a couple of minutes, so you've got the details there if you need it. And it looks like, Glenn, congratulations. If I haven't already said it, you have got your place. So I think that is 3 places left. And if I missed your name, congratulations. It's 3, maybe 2 places left. They'll be gone in the next few 60 seconds, 30 seconds probably. It's your last chance, yeah. What I would say to everybody is, I really do wish you great wealth, great success. Thank you for joining me today, and I really hope to speak with you very soon. Thank you very much, everybody. And, oh, I'm just going to, somebody's saying, can we ask a couple of questions? Yes, let's do this very quickly. Type your question in the chat window. I'll answer a few of them very quickly. Okay, somebody's saying, is it, no, yeah, is it, I'm a complete beginner. Am I going to get this? Yeah, absolutely. Even if you're a complete beginner, you're going to absolutely know how to do this, because we go through step by step exactly what you need to know. So you will know how to do this. Beginners, you'll be absolutely fine. If you're an experienced investor, you're also going to love the course. I've had people who've been investing for 5, 10, 15 years, and at the end of the course, they said, wow, we learned such incredible stuff. It's going to transform the way we invest. So beginners, you're going to be absolutely fine. Experienced investors, book a place. You're going to absolutely love this. Someone else is saying, is it really going to take 1 hour to invest? Yes. Realistically, when you first start out, allow yourself 2 hours to do the practice, 2 hours per week. But once you get good, it will take literally 1 hour a week to do these strategies. And that can be evening, weekend, alongside your job or business, very easy to do. Someone's saying, am I going to cover all the trading platforms? Yes. We're going to cover all the trading platforms, the free websites, the free apps. I've got clients all over the world. I've got a lot of clients in Europe, in the UK, in America, South America, Canada, South Africa, Asia, Middle East, Australia, all over the world. Whatever country you live in, I know the best trading platforms. They're free to open. I know the best free websites. I know the best free tools, free apps. You're going to get everything. All the best stuff that I know, you're going to get it. So I think let's wrap things up here. It's been an incredible session. And really, again, I would say, I really do wish you great wealth, great success. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope to